Hey, booty kickers, it has been a minute. Truth be told, I needed a little break. I had a lot of transition happen the end of last year. For those of you who don't know, I moved from Denver to Dallas, started building a whole new life here, and that's amazing and wonderful. And also, it's been a minute. But now I'm ready, and it's time. So we're bringing this podcast back. If you are new here, welcome. Get yourself a nice warm beverage, get comfortable, and just listen in. And I hope this encourages you on your journey from one former yet always a dancer to another, wherever you are in your dance journey. I really hope that what you hear today strengthens, encourages, and comforts you on your journey, and most of all, reminds you that you're not alone. So the topic that's on my heart this week is performing for love. And I'm going to take it a little bit different spin than you might think. I'm going to be talking about performing for love from ourselves. Oof, yeah, I went there. So let me be real with you. So in the beginning of this year, I started making some significant changes in my own training, my own physical training, and I'm super excited about it. I'm the strongest that I have ever been, literally, in my whole life. Today, I know to some of you this might sound not like a big thing, but to a girl who was told I had paper clips for arms a lot of my life because I had zero upper body strength. Y'all, I just deadlifted almost 90 pounds of my body weight. What? Say what? That's incredible, and I'm super proud of that. And also, about a month and a half ago, I noticed that my muscle growth gains had plateaued, just flat out plateaued. And in diving into that a little bit more, I've been super intentional with my nutrition this year and also actually eating the amount that I should be eating for my body. I was not eating nearly enough, so I know that takes a little bit of a while for our metabolisms to kind of reset and, deload and load back up, all that good stuff. I've been super intentional about prioritizing peace, all of that, and then I hit a plateau. And I will be honest, y'all, I got frustrated. I got really, 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 did I mention really, really frustrated. I wasn't frustrated with anything else going on outside me. Well, let me pause because there were some other frustrating things that happened. But what I was most frustrated about in this particular area was nobody but myself, and it was my body. Yes, me, the one who teaches others to look in the mirror and say thank you, the one whose entire journey has been a journey of learning to love myself. Here I am at 44, getting frustrated with my own body again, not because she isn't doing well, because I'm stronger than I ever have been, but she's not doing it in the way that I want her to. She's not doing it at the speed that I want her to. She's not growing the way that I would like her to be growing right now. And so I got angry. I got frustrated with her. And you know what else? That led me to be frustrated with some other things. I'm just going to go there, in my business. Yep, we do real talk on this show, and so here's some more real talk for you. I got frustrated with my business. And the other night, I had a dream. And the dream was about my cat. But I kept hearing, protect your baby when I woke up. And I realized my baby wasn't just about my cat. That dream was actually about my business. And in the dream, I kind of didn't even realize my cat, his name is Mr. Knightley. I didn't even realize Mr. Knightley was there until he started eating some flowers, and I panicked because I didn't know whether or not they were toxic for him. I started pulling him out of his mouth, and then, I picked him up and I went to take him back, and that's a whole other part of the dream. But in that moment, when I was processing this, I realized, oh my goodness, I literally moved my entire life to up-level my training and grow my business. And yet because, here it is, my business hadn't been growing at the rate or in the way that I wanted her to on my timeline, I got frustrated and I started to act like she didn't exist. Sound familiar? What's the root of all of that? The root of that is, if I perform in a way that is pleasing to you, I am worthy of love. Do you know how many years of my life I spent with this mentality? And I know I'm not alone. If you're listening to this, chances are high you have probably experienced this yourself on some level. Whether it was in school, whether you had a great day in dance class and you absolutely nailed that quadruple pirouette, or maybe you did way more than quad. Whether you just felt like, wow, my life is exactly where I want it. Whether you nailed your performance on stage, whether you got the audition and you got the role, now I'm worthy of love. But you know what that also sets us up for? There's nothing wrong with celebrating milestones and victories. I'm not saying any of that. But what I've been so reminded of lately is that at the end of the day, it all comes back to exactly where I started, which is looking in the mirror and saying thank you and learning all over again to love myself. And yes, that impacts my business, and yes, that impacts my physical body, because healing can never truly begin. If you want to see sustainable results in anything, you have to start from the inside out. We know this to be true at a molecular level, at a physical level, whether it's recovering from injuries, whether it's recovering from eating disorders, all of which, if you've been here a minute, you probably know are part of my journey, whether it's recovering from workaholism or self-shaming or perfectionism. At the end of the day, the root of it is all the same. Do I actually love myself? And so, if I am performing to be loved by myself, then that's literally going to infiltrate every other situation, relationship, and area of my life. Right? I know I'm not the only one who's experienced this. And so I just had it on my heart today to come on and be real with you, because on these podcast episodes, we get messy, raw, real, and vulnerable about all of the things. And right now, I am on a journey of healing. Actually, let me rephrase that. I am on a journey of partnering with my body so she can finally heal from years and years of prolonged high cortisol, which is a whole other conversation I'm sure we'll have. Cortisol is not the enemy, by the way. It's a natural, beautiful, God-given hormonal response in our body to help us survive stress and even flourish in those times. But what's not healthy is when those levels stay there. It can actually become extremely toxic for the body, and I didn't realize that's what was happening. And that's why my body hadn't been responding in the way that I wanted her to the level of training that I was doing. Because in her perspective, she was still in fight or flight mode. And so all of these things that I've been giving and nourishing her with and all of that, she was holding on to for dear life. And so part of what I am working on with my body right now is helping her learn that it's safe to let go. It's safe to let go of all the things that she's held on to for so many years, that she's safe now and it's okay. And that's a big deal. And that's a big deal for Rachel too. And so when I started to realize that this all came back to the same place, part of me went, oh my goodness. And the other part of me went, of course. Of course. Because if healing doesn't stem from love, then it's not really healing, and we can't truly learn to heal in full. Our bodies can't truly heal in full until healing comes from a place of love. And that has to start from the inside. So whether you may be feeling frustrated today, maybe it's with your business, maybe it's with your body, maybe it's with a relationship, maybe it's just life not moving at your timetable. And I get it. And those are real. And you know what? I think it is okay to be frustrated about it. It is okay to sit and experience that emotion and sit in it. It's okay to be honest with yourself, right? I read this wonderful quote recently that we can't be honest with God and with others if we can't be honest with ourselves. And we can't be honest with ourselves if we're not willing to be honest about our emotions. Boom, that part. Shout out to Jennie Allen. That book, Untangle Your Emotions, is fantastic. I'll tag it in the show notes. But yeah, that part, if we're not willing to be honest, you have to know where you're starting before you can go anywhere else. You have to know where you're starting to be able to enter anything into a GPS. Like, you can't get directions if you don't know what your starting place is. So it starts with being honest with ourselves about what we're feeling, how we're feeling, what we're experiencing. Are you frustrated? Are you disappointed? Are you discouraged? All of those things are real. They're not wrong. I want to so encourage you today not to just push those away and be like, okay, but I'm going to be positive about it. No, if you're feeling that, that's because something is going on and your body, your emotions are literally saying to you, hey, this is wrong. It's not supposed to be that way. And so it's okay to feel that, and it's okay to sit in that emotion until you get to feel it fully and release it fully. Because here's the other thing, when we don't feel, then we don't allow our bodies to release. And what they don't release, they hold on to. Like happens with high cortisol. So if any of what I have shared today has resonated with you, may I encourage you that performing for love is not what you were born for. And yeah, you and I are born performers, but we can be born performers to display, not to earn anyone's love or approval. We just get to display our passions. We get to give language to emotion. We get to put passion literally into motion for other people to see, whatever that looks like, whatever kind of dance, wherever you're at on your journey, even if it's just you in your living room. And by the way, if you are feeling the feelings, may I encourage you to dance them. I'd forgotten how powerful that was. And I myself did that last week, and it brought some breakthrough for me. Because when we put our emotions into motion as dancers, I believe that's our greatest form of release. So maybe you need to start there. Maybe it's being honest with yourself about what you're feeling. Maybe it's giving yourself permission to feel it. Maybe it's giving yourself, and literally even your body, the opportunity and permission to release it all the way. And then at the end of the day, it comes back to looking in the mirror, looking yourself straight in the eyes and saying, you as you are in this exact moment, regardless of anything you do, or ever will have done, who you are, this amazing human being looking back at me from this mirror. You are worthy of love. And today, I choose to love you as you are. Oof. Lessons we all learn and keep learning. So if that has strengthened, encouraged you, given you some hope on your journey today, would you do me a favor and share this with a friend who needs to hear it? It would mean the world to me if you would do that. If you would like some help on your journey of healing from the inside out, I am a coach who specializes in that. I help dancers heal from the inside out so you can keep kicking booty. We go into the emotional side of things. We go into the mindset side of things. And yes, we go into the physical side of things, really, really dialing in on the biomechanics that your body needs to heal, to prevent injury, and to perform at its best pain-free. Not for love, but from it. If that sounds good to you, you can find me at Booty Kicking Ballerina on Instagram, or you can also find me on my website, bootykickingballerina.com. I'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep kicking it.